middle, and so you don't have to ask which doctor.
Well, my man Slick. He got the gift of gab, sir. I might have to get his number.
Dig that. All right, Kamonzi. So he has graced us today with a bunch of his different juices that he has prepared, and you sell those too.
Right, true indeed. Well, today what I have, I actually sell juices, Red Hydrant Drink Company, but it's fruit juice, watermelon juice, 100% fresh squeezed, watermelon seeds in there too. I have something called Fire Water. I have something called Green Lean, which is actually apple juice moringa powder, not to be confused with the green lean that our young brothers and sisters are doing in the street that has codeine in it. It's a whole
yeah. I don't think you got that.
But today, I didn't bring the juices. I'm known for the juices. More importantly, these are what I call herbal bitters or tonics. And there's various ones. Okay. If you're familiar, there's various companies that have been doing this for years. Sundial, located in the Bronx. And
I'm very familiar with it.
And there's a couple other ones lesser known, as well as a tradition in Africa and Jamaica of boiling certain roots, herbs, leaves, and barks to make a very bitter alkaline formula. And these formulas, there's different formulas, obviously different combination of barks, roots, and leaves you use. And these boiled together create herbal tonics for different ailments. And this is probably the oldest medicine that humanity has to heal itself, you know? And I have various ones for different things. So, you know, it's here for humanity.
Okay, Mr. Kamonzi, what are the ingredients that you have there, like basic ingredients? I know you got different stuff that has different things, but I know you have a base ingredient. So just give our audience basic ingredients.
All right, if I look at all these bottles, to give you a base ingredient, I have to go to the common denominator, which is basically the one ingredient or similar ingredient that all these have. If I look at this, this has malby root, aniseed, cinnamon stick, bay leaves, cloves. This one has licorice root, slippery elm bark, marshmallow root, wormwood, cinnamon bark, cloves. So already these two share cloves. This one right here has cayenne pepper, cheney root, raw moon, strong bark. This is a monstrate and stamina thing. This immunity.
All right.
This immunity has elderberry, euthanasia, lemongrass, oregano, guinea hen herb. This has soursop, moringa, flaxseed, fennel seed, pimento, mint leaves, the soursop. All of them pretty much have different things. The two that had the similar ingredient was actually cloves. Cloves, the same cloves you guys and people have in their kitchen. Grandmamas make those baking things, right?
The same ones that I used to bite into on Thanksgiving and Christmas and piss me off every time.
And get mad and be like, what is this, right? They put in Jamaican food, they put African food, right? Like I used to wonder, my father's from Kenya, so I was like, why are they putting cloves in rice? Is it for the flavor? And then as I got older, cloves is a kill intestinal worms and parasites. Those good old cloves. Yes, they kill intestinal parasites. And I'm like, wow. So they were actually using them not just for a spice and a flavor, but for medicinal purpose, the cloves. So cloves is a very common thing. Cinnamon bark, but the strength of these is their specific root. This has malby. Malby is very good and effective for fighting diabetes and high blood pressure, arthritis. Malby, very bitter root. They make a drink in Trinidad and Jamaica with this right here. This malby root mixed with coconut milk can actually lower your blood pressure for all those who have high blood pressure, naturally.
I was married to a Trini for 13 years. I know about malby, boy.
Man, exactly. Blah, then you know.
Yeah,
malby root, right? This is this.
And I know that damn, what's the other one? Centipod.
Yep.
Centipod, that's another one. Yeah, I know about that stuff. You don't want to eat that, Lady G.
And this is probably my biggest seller and my personal favorite for myself, for my own digestive balance. It's called Live Justin. This is licorice root, marshmallow root, not to be confused with the candy, obviously. Very
right.
Slippery elm bark, cloves, again, we see them cloves again. Wormwood, cinnamon bark. Wormwood and slippery elm bark kill intestinal worms and parasites. I just said the cloves does the same thing. Licorice root and marshmallow root, restore a digestive balance and calm your system down.
I actually have some of this on my shelf, and when I tell you this,
Okay.
wonders. Actually, I'll grab it because look, it's about halfway full. I don't know if you see that.
Yeah.
Really good. I take a shot in the morning in a shot glass, and I see the results the very next morning.
Right.
Like
So
I
wait,
said-
Kamonzi,
yes, sir.
let me ask you a quick question. With that wormwood, there are no negative effects with that wormwood because I understand wormwood causes hallucinations in higher doses.
Okay, no. The amount of wormwood that's put in here is not nowhere exceeds high doses. And like I said,
Okay.
I also researched some of the effects. There's no wormwood. Funny thing is, wormwood actually grows under bridges in some of the worst conditions. So in New York City, in Milwaukee, wormwood you can actually find if you know how to look for it. I never knew that. Wormwood is great for cleansing your intestines. And then, like I said, the amount that's balanced, like again, this has 5, 6 different ingredients. So,
Right.
they're balanced together so it's not overpowering of any one of them. They work together and doing this. Some is purpose to push stuff out. Some is meant to kill the intestinal parasites on your walls, stuff that prune juice and fiber diet can't get out. Prune juice and the fiber diet, and what the doctor will give you Metamucil, that doesn't kill the parasites in your system. That pushes the waste out. And the licorice root and marshmallow root are very effective too because they restore your balance of your gut. This is also effective in something that Americans suffer called leaky gut syndrome. And there's various pills and stuff that people take for that. So this is a natural way to effectively fight against leaky gut syndrome. I don't know if you're familiar with that, good brother?
Can you?
No, sir. Leaky gut syndrome. Huh?
Yeah, leaky gut syndrome. You know, it's real simple. Every time you eat certain type of foods that are high and acidic, or that are wheat gluten, these foods produce small holes in your intestinal walls. And out of those holes, food particles and food poisoning gets into the rest of your system and the rest of your body. Stuff that has nothing to do with your digestive system, right through these small holes. And that's why even vegetarians who eat a lot of starches and think that they're so healthy because they eat no meat, they eat the wrong type of thing. Wheat, gluten, these things produce holes in the system. So there's various research on it. You can look it up, leaky gut syndrome. And most Americans have it and don't even know because of what we eat. So this is a way to effectively reduce those effects of leaky gut syndrome, which can be gas.
Now you saying leaky guts or leaky butts?
No, not leaky butt, leaky gut. It doesn't mean you go into the bathroom, you leak it out into your stomach, not into the stool. Leaky gut.
I'm sure the
It was too close for me not to make the joke, bro. I got to make the jokes. This
No, ain't nothing wrong. But you know, it's good to say because people got to understand leaky gut. Actually, people think that means that you be going to the bathroom a lot. It works different in people. Some people can't use the bathroom and they have a leaky gut. It leaks out into the rest of their body, and it causes
septic shock.
Horrible ailments like that. That's even worse. You should be glad and thankful if you're a regular. You know, every morning, you know, you should be thankful that because if not, you're gonna run into a lot of problems. Older you get, you can't digest 2 Big Macs no more. That's not happening at this age.
But who the hell eating 2 Big Macs? They eating 2 Big Macs. I don't think digestion is the problem they need to be focused on. We need to think about their life.
Think
Because
about
something ain't right.
Think about that. Big Mac.
Big facts.
Big facts.
2 Big Macs. You might as well drink 2 bottles of Hennessy. Just end it right away.
The Hennessy's better than the Mac. I'll take the Hennessy hen dog over the Mac.
Yeah, let your kidney say that shit. Your kidney gonna disagree with you, but I hear what you're saying.
I didn't say I'm gonna drink it all myself. I just said I'll take the 2 bottles.
You just gonna take it. Your husband ass probably sell them, won't you?
No. You know what? Actually, my old ass can't even handle that. This is my Hennessy bottles. These are my little pints now. The hen destroyed me at this point in the game.
I got you.
So you went through.
Lady G, what's up? You been awful quiet over there.
Not yet.
Well, I had a question about this one because I don't think I've heard of the Strongevity. This is for men only. So I was just curious about that one.
Okay, this
okay.
is powerful. You got your Cheney root. I know you heard of Cheney root. Cheney root. You got your raw moon. And this one is a little bit more expensive. Actually, 3 of these things came straight from Jamaica. I had a sister who comes once a month and buy these things, like grown in Jamaica, organic. Jamaican farm soil. Cheney root, raw moon, strongback, and cayenne. Obviously cayenne pepper. Cayenne is the activator. The Cheney root, Cheney root is a root, a bark. The raw moon is like leaves, and the strongback is like sticks. And the cayenne obviously is a pepper in powder form. When you boil these together, and the cayenne activates in the bloodstream, great for circulation, male stamina, strength, endurance. That strong.
Boy, it says stamina, so it keep the yang up, huh? Don't be calling with me, man.
Hey,
huh?
Let's see. I don't speak for no other man, so I can't answer that. I only speak for I and I.
That's my job. Don't worry about it. So, fellas, ladies,
you want me to direct mail this?
Huh?
You want me to direct mail this? I'm gonna send you some.
What you trying to say? I need some?
No, but I know you went on a date today, so we want to make sure y'all good. You know.
I'm still on my damn date. Mind your business.
What else do we have, Kamonzi?
We got this immunity. I call it immunity. This was actually a big seller when the COVID and the pandemic hit. You got
that's a different show.
That's a different show. You already know. I don't want to go there. I had to play on the words, so you know I'm gonna sneak them words in every time.
I picked up on it. I got you.
Elderberry. A lot of people are going for elderberry for the immune system. But let me tell y'all something about elderberry. Effective, great. Elderberry, if you're taking the wrong season, if you get elderberries that aren't in the right season, they're poisonous and toxic. Elderberry for elderly people, if they're taking high blood pressure medicine, the elderberry can have a negative effect. And like I said, I'm not claiming to be a doctor or any of that. I just want to put this disclaimer out there. Some of these things, obviously, if you're taking westernized medicine from your doctor, consult your doctor first, even though I hate to consult any of them. I'm just saying about the negative interaction, or Google it or research it for yourself, because they say natural medicine mixed in with Western pharmaceutical, chemical-based medicine is not a good mix. So just let me put that out there. For them people that are doing the natural thing, I got it for you. For those people that are already on other type of prescription drugs and medications, consult and research first. Let me just make that very clear. So that's why I said that about elderberry, because a lot of people hustle and just want their money and sell you anything. They'll show you elderberry syrup. Me, I get the actual elderberries and I boil them. And I use it with euthanasia, lemongrass. This lemongrass comes from Jamaica, very effective for upper respiratory disorders and open up your breathing passages. Then you got your oregano, the medicinal oregano, not the oregano you put on food. It's like 20 different type of oreganos, straight up.
Did you know that, bro?
Really? I did not know that, Lady G. No, I did not.
There's even something called oil of oregano, which is almost like an antibacterial, antimicrobe, very strong tincture. And you can put it like 2 drops and have you, like you drunk some gasoline. It's plant-based.
Well, I ain't never drank no gasoline, but I guess you just give me a point of reference on that. But go ahead.
Let's have a shot of tequila.
I know, I'm just, G, what you pay me for? The jokes, right? Let me make them. Go ahead, come on.
The guinea hen herb, this is from Jamaica as well. This is good for different things. The guinea hen herb is also good for respiratory and breathing, that type of thing. So all these things make up immunity. The elderberry, euthanasia, lemongrass, the guinea hen herb, and I also put, well, that's it, the oregano, like I said.
Right.
During COVID, a lot of people were getting this, and I also, another thing, let me just put about immune system builders. Like I said, I'm not even trying to promote these products, but let me just promote the science of wealth. Anytime you're taking an immune system builder, you don't need to take it all the time. That's like lifting weights and exercising with a spotter and never lifting weights by yourself. You see what I'm saying? Eventually, you gotta let your immune system kick in gear and do what it do for itself. So, like I say, if there's no problem, ain't shit to be fixed. So the immune system builder is good, but after a couple weeks, lay off. The one thing I would say you could take every day, which I do, is a live digestion. Because if you're gonna eat stuff every day, and even if you're regular and you're using it on a regular basis, you still need stuff to kill things that using the bathroom doesn't get.
Natural. Yeah, I can dig it. When I was a little dude, I used to get that sundown, and I take a shot of that shit every morning.
Every morning. Go back to that too. No, brother, don't give those up. If you can't get this,
Since we're talking, You just reminded me. I got my little herbal spot where I know I can go get my joint. It's still there. They got the whole line. I'm gonna go get me some shit for my hair. I'm gonna get some shit for my feet. I'm gonna get some shit for my neck. I'm gonna fuck around. So I'm gonna spend some money.
Well, if you get some shit for your hair, I need to grow my little miniature throwback. You know what I'm saying? It's been long. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back.
I know they got that, but I'm gonna see what hey, you never know what the motherland can produce. They might get some shit to grow your shit back. You feel me?
An Afro puff just right here, some crazy ass shit.
Just one, right? Just one.
Hey, here you got sour sap. Sour sop. I know you're familiar with sour sop.
I am familiar with sour sop. Yes, sir.
All those people out there, it's a simple way you can make a sour sop tea. You take 10 sour sop leaves in 3 cups water. You boil it down till it's 1 cup water, right? 10 sour sop,
right.
3 cup water, boil it down to 1 cup water. And then you drink that 1 cup that's left over. That's sour sop tea. Most basic way you can make it.
Now, Kamonzi, where can people find sour sop? Because I know that has been a hard thing to find in the States. I know they have it in California. Do they order it?
Well, bro, that you get, if you go over to a Caribbean restaurant, marketplace, grocery store, you can get it. Here, there's a place in Milwaukee, a place, import-export, Jamaican import-export, Brother Cersei, 54th and Center, he sells it. This one I actually got again from the same sister who gave me the other herbs, the Cheney root, the raw moon, the strongback.
Yeah.
I got that from her too. This is sour sop leaves, moringa. For those who don't know moringa is a powerful super antioxidant and vitamins, West African. But this moringa was actually comes from West Africa. Flaxseed, fennel seed. You know the fennel seeds you find in sausages.
I know fennel. Yeah.
That's my favorite. I love fennel. Love fennel.
It cleans you out too. Senna cleans you out. Pimento.
Yeah, that center part. That's that center shit.
You know that center shit, right?
I know that center, boy. You take some center part tea or some shit. Don't go nowhere.
No, but see, the thing is this, though, good brother. Again, what I did is I balanced these right. So I did overly put, because I know the center, because what it is, like you said, I'm not trying to be the runny bottle man. You take my shit and have to shit.
Yeah. You're gonna be running off.
Help you, but we got a life. We got a life now. We got to live. And we got to shit, but
not all day.
Yeah, we can shit later, but we got to live right now.
Later. Let's talk that shit now and shit later. You did, you know. So, hey, but this right here, well, again, this has the mint leaves. Mint is very soothing and calm. So I got stuff that's pushing stuff out you, but I got stuff to just calm it down. So, like I said, when you take a shot of this, you're not gonna run to the bathroom. But some of these, like I said, these are designed to make stuff come out of you. I will say that too.
Right.
Now, where did you learn this? Did you study this?
All right, I never went to school for this. Actually, for those that know me, I have a fan base in the East Coast, West Coast. I'm an MC, activist, teacher, all that. I never went to school for herbology. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I'm a doctor saving, none of that. I was always curious in making concoctions. I had a juice company before, and a small juice company is in 2018, Red Hydrant. This particular thing was very ancient and very new to me. Meaning at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, we'll get to that later, another show, another flow. I was like, brother, see, you in New York, you in the BK, where you're not that far from Sundial. I'm in Milwaukee. So I reached out to Sundial and tried to have them ship it, and they were like, well, it could take a long time because of this whole COVID thing. So I was like, I was trying to get this for myself. Then I meditated on this, and I said, you know what? I can make this, and I can make it effective. Someone just gave me an inspiration. I call it Jah, Yahweh, Allah, higher power, ancestors. We won't even go there. Call it whatever name you want to call it. But it's that same force and feeling under any language. Yeah. And it led me to do this. Then I also consulted a brother named Jaruba. I have a Rastafarian friend about 13 miles outside of Kingston and live in some hills, good brethren. He makes certain similar things, but for different ailments. He makes blood thinners and tonics and elixirs. So he gave me tips on how to do it. Then I contacted some of my people in Kenya, FaceTimed them. And then from all this, then went online, researched myself, did different things, trial and error, till I got my own take on different things and different ailments. All right, some of these things are similar to what you might find Sundial Cell. All right, not because I took any ingredients. No man owns ingredients because these are the roots that work. But I might take 4 or 5 roots that I feel will work. Sundial might use 3, I might use 7. So these are all my individual flip on it. You know, based on people's needs and based on what the people their ailments. So that's how I got into this.
Have you studied Dr. Sebi or been inspired by Elijah Muhammad's?
Both of them.
Wait, okay.
By Elijah Muhammad first. How to Eat to Live. Elijah Muhammad said we should eat 1 time a day. It's funny because Elijah Muhammad, and I'm not in the Nation of Islam, but I got nothing but love and respect for them. Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, was ahead of his time as far as dietary sciences way back then. I don't care if you're Muslim, Christian, black, white, whatever. How to Eat to Live. He taught about things back then that weren't good for us, even like starchy foods, you know, and things that your body couldn't really process and break down, and how that you need to eat 1 time a day at the same time every day to allow the digestive system for the food to go through those 30 feet of intestines and that whole, you know, digestive process. Back in the 30s, all right, he was a scientist ahead of his time. The great late Dr. Sebi, with the whole science of everything, the alkaline versus acidic diet, and that our bodies are electrically charged. Therefore, we have to feed our body an electric, alkaline, plant-based diet that's not genetically modified. He influenced me too. I'm not a strict Dr. Sebi follower though, because like I said, Dr. Sebi, some of these things, let's just keep it 100, he would agree. Some of these things like the moringa, the moringa was a hybrid, and there's certain things that he believed was hybrid he would touch. But I'm just saying this because I know some herbalists in Africa and Jamaica, and they put a different perspective. They said there's always been hybrids and mixtures of different stuff, not man-made, genetically modified. Think about it. When the bird eat this seed and go and excrete it out over here, and the wind roll this over here, and this herb will mix with this herb to create this, that's from back in creation. That's a long time. That happened before man was genetically modifying and playing with stuff. Now, when I'm talking about the...
Can I interrupt for a second?
Of course, Ridley.
I challenge both of you, plus any of our audience members, to research original fruits and how they looked before we genetically modified them.
True.
Here's the thing. That genetic modification is not 20 years old. The apples and oranges that we've cultivated and grown for the last 100, 200 years are genetically modified.
True.
They've been conditioned to grow in the conditions best suited for our purposes. It's not in its original form. Now, when the scientists came along and started fucking with the genes, they applied genetically modified to it. And then now everybody thinks that the fruits that we buy at the store or even pick off the fucking tree are natural. Those are also genetically modified. You look at what a banana is supposed to look like. It ain't like what we get in the store.
Nah, it's small.
You look at what a carrot is supposed to look like. It ain't what we get in the cans. We've genetically modified food since we've been growing it. Since we went from hunter-gatherers to cultivating land and cattle, we've been genetically modifying our food source. So I think the general public needs to be aware of that.
Indeed.
Instead of just being reactionary to GMO as this new thing with laboratories are creating food. Because even still, they need to get rid of that, because quite possibly with the way the populations in this country, in this world, is going, maybe not after COVID, but eventually, we're going to need GMOs to feed these people.
Yeah.
You're going to need genetically modified food to feed these people. We're going to have to make food because we can't grow it all. So we're going to have too many people.
That's a good point, Bo.
Population.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the hunters and gatherers, they genetically modify things based on the need to sustain themselves, based on the need to adapt to their environments. And so that's essentially what we're doing. Hopefully we can do it in a way where it's still healthy and not as toxic as we see some of the foods are.
Well, I mean, listen, the most toxic thing that we consume every day is sugar.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
Sugar is 10 times more addictive than cocaine.
And it's
You take 5 ounces of sugar, that should have turned into 10 pounds on your ass in a minute.
No lies. No
And
lies there.
I'm a living witness because I got a sugar tooth a mile long, and I stopped drinking so much beer, but I got a keg that'll make a frat boy blush.
Yeah, that's what alcohol breaks down to. So yeah.
Yeah, the sugar is the killer too. In fact, the Malby root, the Malby root is that sugar killer too. Kills that sugar craving.
Yeah.
The bitter is the sugar is in everything. Everything breaks down to sugar. The white bread.
But that's what I was gonna. I'm sorry. That's what I was gonna ask you for the layman, for the people who are watching, who don't know about, have your level of expertise of concocting these things. What are some of the things that they can do around the house? Like some things that they have ready made that they can concoct for themselves and for whatever particular thing.
So that's a good question because I got some of my favorite herbs that I'm gonna grab and show y'all. You got some? Okay. So we're gonna just
Look, you ain't okay.
So we got ground cinnamon here.
Okay.
Love my
Yes,
ground
cinnamon.
cinnamon. We got some ground turmeric.
Turmeric. I love turmeric.
I got some raw ginger root. I like to boil in some water and just drink me some ginger tea in the morning with honey. I try not to use the sugar. And we got basil. I love basil.
Yes, I had a sandwich today with some basil on it. I wanted to smack the nigga that made it because it was that good.
Really, bro.
Yeah.
So what do you think about some of these everyday products in our house?
No, you know what? I cook with these. You can cook with these. And I used to always eat certain type of foods and when I was young, especially when my father's African, but I wanted regular food like other kids. I wanted macaroni and cheese and hamburgers. And then, you know, it destroyed my taste bud, those Western foods, those sugars and those salts and junk food. We all grew up loving the junk food. At least I did. And
Yeah.
I would wonder why is there always cloves in this? Why is everything curry? Why is everything this? Why is there onions? Not even knowing that those not only with the spices and the flavoring, those were actually the medicine in the food.
Yeah.
Those counterbalance the starchiness of the food or counterbalance something that the meat might have had into it. You know, when I got older, I realized, oh, turmeric is effective in doing this and this. Cinnamon is effective. Basil leaves is effective. Ginger has a host of medicinal properties in it. So these are things that you can cook with. You could boil water, put them in your tea. You could, a great way to consume it is in the morning. You can put turmeric, cayenne, and some tea. Just those. In fact, you could actually replace those we talked about sugar, kill the sugar, put some turmeric in your tea, put some little cayenne, splash of cayenne in your tea. It's gonna make it hot and it won't taste as sweet, but your body will receive it much better than any of the sugar, even than the honey. And cloves, last thing, if you went to crib, at the house, cloves is my go-to. And intestinal worm cleaner is in cloves. You can't go wrong with cloves.
Gotcha.
Yep. I make my rice yellow. A lot of people thought I was making it with adobo seasoning, like the Spanish, no disrespect to adobo and big stuff. But I don't use the adobo. Adobo has MSG and has food coloring in it. So my rice is yellow from the turmeric, not the adobo.
Yeah. But see, adobo is also high in sodium. That's another thing that
Big
we
time.
don't take into account when we cook, when we eat, especially fast food. That salt content.
Yeah.
That
Sodium.
salt content is ridiculous. I was talking to my daughter the other day. She was making a hungry, what you call it, the can soup? You know, the most famous brand of soup.
Hungry Man.
I guess it's Hungry Man. And she's making it. And I said, "Babe, you might want to cut that with some water." And she was like, "Why?" I said, "Look at the salt." She said it's 700 something. I said, "How many servings?" She said 2 servings. I said, "Do the math. You was about to eat over 1,000, almost 2,000 milligrams of salt in a single."
And then they add more salt to it, bro, when it get done, though.
Some people add salt. I be seeing people look like they got MS, multiple sclerosis with the salt shaker. I'm like, yo, bro, chill.
You a mess.
Hey, no, yeah, you know what's so crazy about that salt? We laughing and the sugar, and I just want to I go back Biz Markie, right? Salute Biz Markie, our hip hop pioneer,
Big up.
DJ. and he's battling diabetes, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy because this is true, a true story. Like 10 years ago, he was on some TV special, Bismarcky, and he had a big bowl of Frosted Flakes, and he was joking on this, but this wasn't a joke. Bismarcky, peace and blessings to Bismarcky, may the universe and ancestors heal you up. He had a big bowl of Frosted Flakes, poured sugar, massive amounts of sugar on top of the Frosted Flakes, joking. And so now, I'm not saying that bowl gave him diabetes, but just the thought process.
No. That's that habit.
You just said sugar is more addictive than cocaine. The sugar's in the salts. Sugar at the top, but salt is right below that sugar.
Yeah.
If you have a sandwich, look at the sodium content. Even if you call yourself having a turkey sandwich, there's sodium in the bread. There's sodium in the turkey. Sodium in the mayonnaise. Sodium in the ketchup. Sodium in the mustard. Sodium in the pickle. The only thing that doesn't have sodium in it is the lettuce, tomato, onions, if you're going to put that on it. And if the burger,
Right.
there's sodium in the meat. And then if there's a cold cuts, sodium in that. So if you add up all that sodium, you at what you said, you hit 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That's like the equivalent of 4 big bags of 50 kilogram chips. That's equivalent of in one city for one sandwich. And you might eat some chips on the side of that sandwich. Now you
you have chips. Hey, not just chips, but soda too. They got salt in it too.
High blood pressure, water retention. It's just like I said, we eat for death. That's why they say digestion. It was time we call it live digestion. Everything will kill you right here in your gut health and what you eat and what you should be eating.
So how do you keep your
Now, what are you?
outside of your tonics and your juices and everything like that? Are you vegan?
No, I'm not. And actually, sometimes I'm gonna keep it 100. Sometimes I was in sugar cravings too. The other day I did some late night drugs in the form of recessed peanut butter cups and the Hershey's almond. I took the drug. But I try not to have too many days. I'm too damn old to have sugar days on sugar days. You know what I mean? Like you said, I sweet too sometimes. I was never a candy, but like bean pie, sweet potato pie. I can't believe I have had no ice cream this whole summer, and I love ice cream. So you got to exercise, and you got to, beside this, you got to eat balanced. For instance, if I know if all the people, I'm not a vegan. So if all those people, I've sinned, I eat animals. I did a bird in its back.
I eat some motherfuckers. Come on.
I had some fish.
Leave the feet on. I'll get the rest.
Yeah.
This salmon is pretty nice, by the way.
The chicken, like if I get some chicken tacos, I don't get any cheese and any sour cream on it. You know what I mean? And I get some peppers. And the peppers actually, counterbalancing because peppers put for them too. So if you want to do a vegan part, my vegan listeners out there, make sure that you properly balance your veganism because some of the vegans are too starch heavy, and that slows you down like the meat. And obviously, eating too much flesh is never good because your body takes blood to digest more blood. So, like I said, I'm not really a big meat eater like that. I love my fish.
And I think that we
Right here, y'all. You hear me?
But
Doctor.
no, I'm agreeing with you, bro, because I think we have. I fuck with the paleo diet most. If I was to assume a diet at all, it would be the paleo diet because it includes meat, but not every meal every day. Because I think that's where, when we were hunter-gatherers, we could only eat meat if we caught the shit. Other than that, the bulk of our meal was fruit, grains, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, vegetables and shit like that we cultivated or fucking caught on the goddamn tree and took it and just ate it. We just eat it. That's what we're supposed to eat more of, as opposed to meat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. That's not good.
Look at the proportions of plates. Look at the.
Oh my God.
Listen, Asian diet or Asian plate, typical Asian plate, African plate, Western European plate. The Asian got meat too, cut up meat, mixed in proportion with vegetables over better rice. The African food, same way. Vegetables, meat, goat, chicken, beef, boom, cooked over the vegetables, steamed over bed of rice, or fufu garlic. Fufu is like, it almost looks like grits. It's hard, in East Africa, they call it a steamer, some type of starch.
I don't like fufu.
You don't like fufu?
My dad is West African.
Why are you looking?
Don't want to criticize.
He's like, yeah, I don't even know her, son. I don't even know her. I'm just here.
It's too thick like grits. That's too, but you know, to each his
He
own.
just looked, okay.
And then you got the Western diet, the brontosaurus steak, the big old meat, small little vegetables, big old potato, big starch, big meat, small vegetables. That's not a balanced diet. You know,
But why do you see so many Americans out of shape?
too many. And people think it's just big. Let me tell you something. There's some people who are skinny just as out of shape as big people because they have
Right.
cholesterol hidden around their organs and they're not healthy.
Right.
Who's being big? I know some big people that are healthier than small people
Say
because
that.
they're inside clean. Everybody's not
Right.
small. You see? So I
Right.
don't look at the outward manifestation. Now, if you got that, you know what I'm saying, drinking too many 40s and too many, you know, pot pies and pot belly it up, then we got to do something about that. But internal health, how you don't see, that can kill you.
So,
Yeah.
well, you brought up a good transition because, Kamonzi, you are of a certain age. And I saw a post you posted earlier about sort of the environment being your gym, if you will. Work out.
I work out, yes, I do. My thing is, I'm almost 50. I'm 49 years old. The heavy weights, it wears on the bone and skeletal system. I'm not saying don't lift weights. My son is training for a football team. A lot of young brothers lift the weights, pump and get strong. Me, you can eternally build it up with the pull-ups, push-ups, dips, and running. That's what I choose. I used to like weights at one time. It's like I get in tune with myself better that way, lifting body weight. The only thing is when you do the body weight workout, you got to do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of it to see any effect and be strong. Because otherwise, 10 push-ups, even 100 push-ups, you got to do 300 push-ups. You got to do 200, 100 pull-ups, 200 squats, and doing it.
Ain't nothing better for the body than calisthenics.
Love it. I love it. And because
Calisthenics lasts forever.
in fact, about a year ago, I was lifting. I was a little bit bigger. I'm walking around. I'm always like, who cares about a look? I look like garbage and look like this, and it's nothing. You back hurting.
The only reason why cats need weights is the only reason why you need weights because I need weights right now because I want to add mass.
Right, right.
Now you're not going to get mass with calisthenics because you're only using your body weight.
Right, exactly.
Well, and I
All
want
I need to do.
brothers know that the majority of women, we don't like that. That right there, we don't like. We like a nice little muscular build.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? I'm going to start some shit right now. All them weaves and hair shit, we don't like that shit neither, but y'all still do it. So we're going to do what we do. Mind your goddamn
This freak show, Bo Black and Kamonzi.
All those lashes look like this.
Right. All them crazy lashes, we don't like them shit either, but y'all still do them. So mind your business. Y'all do that, we're going to do this. We're
Okay.
going to walk around, swell up, came off the ass like this.
We're going to come back to this. You actually work out and you look great, so I see it definitely paying off. When's the last time you worked out, Bo?
What you talking about work out though?
That's a trick question? Did I ask a trick question?
Everything is a trick question with Bo Black, baby. You didn't know that? No, I think I last worked out with any regularity probably about 2 weeks ago. But like I said, I do calisthenics. If I do work out. So I should work out regularly 3 times a week. But even if I don't, Kamonzi can tell you, you can go months without working out. After you work, you can go months, fuck, years, and you still got your form with calisthenics.
Especially if you
that shit with some weights.
muscle memory, yep.
So I think like,
That shit was,
and I think naturally dancers are doing calisthenics to some degree. So I think that there is some truth to that. The body does take a while to kind of last.
yeah, I mean, because it's your own body. You're using your body weight to exercise your body. So it's going to suit and sit your body. Now, what the weights do is imitate physical labor. You supplement physical labor for the weights. Now, if you was out there lifting and pushing and, heavy shit all day, every day, you'd be bigger because your body, your muscles would correct, help you do your thing.
No.
But we don't do no shit. We don't do nothing. We got escalators and fucking elevators. So guess what else we need? Gyms. Because everybody lazy. Don't nobody want to do nothing.
The easy life. Well, you just said half the Americans are obese and out of shape and overweight and unhealthy.
Because they don't want to do shit. Americans is probably the laziest fuckers in the world, yo.
And they eating every damn thing. They eating everything.
Everything. Big ass plates, mad fast food, no exercise, poor health care, poor health culture.
I think if everybody like took 30 days or even more to just cook at home, don't buy fast food. And I think this might have been a challenge at one point. But the amount of the health, the just the overall feeling in your body, I think it'll make a hell of a difference.
It would. It most certainly would. But you just cussed out millions of people. You talking about cook. Bitch, please. Damn niggas I won't cook. With Grubhub and Postmates. Cook what?
But you know what?
Everybody's selling meals now. Go buy a home cooked meal.
You know what? Everyone should learn how to cook too. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
And you know
it's
what?
Not.
You gotta have time. You gotta have like a certain type of spirit when you cook food. Like days out, if I'm not feeling a certain way, I'm not cooking nobody's food. As I'm cooking days designated, it's crazy. You almost have to pray and get to a certain type of mindset just to cook the food. Every plate should have care. When you're cooking for yourself, you can manipulate one pot. But when you're cooking for other people, it's hard to get the same care right here as it is right here. And that takes a time. I have to learn that and develop it. Because I'm like, man, what I cook right here is banging. This don't taste like this.
Right.
This tastes like this. All right. And it took.
I sum that up too. It's two types of cooks. You got cooks that can cook, and then you got cooks that love to cook.
Bam. There you go.
Now the cooks that love to cook, food gonna always taste better than them cats that just can. Because their care, like you talked about, that care is in that food. Where you just gonna get, it'll just pass your palate on this side. But that shit over there, woo, that's how you eat it. Woo! You're gonna get it and you're gonna be like, God damn, that's good.
That's so true.
That can't go into it. Like you say, you need a certain kind of spirit when you cook it. If you just heat up food and give it, you ain't cooking. Huh?
I made a meal bowl 2 weeks ago. And when I tell you I didn't feel into it and the food tastes like shit. Now I'm a pretty decent cook, I like to think. And I love to cook. I love to do it. So it's something to put your heart into it, because I definitely didn't put my heart in it, and it was shit. So I apologize. I may have tasted that food that way.
Yo, you sound like the dude on 5 Heartbeats. We're sorry the fish was bad. You can come down here, you get yourself a free shoe shot.
I ain't shot no shoes, damn it, but come on and get down another free meal, shit. I want to ask Kamonzi if you have any last parting words about health, about what you do, plug yourself, where they can find any of the concoctions.
Right.
Because we're going to get out of here shortly. We don't want to hold you too long.
Last thing, ain't no real key or secret to health. Ain't no magic thing I'm about to tell y'all. All I can say is heal yourself. How you do that? Common godly sense. Once you partake in your body, once you don't partake in your body, make sure that you always have enough fluids and water. Make sure you're not eating too early on in the day or too late on in the day. Make sure that you're consistent about the same time that you eat in the day, so your body has that many hours to digest it. Like the great late Dr. Baby said, I recommend more of an alkaline diet than an acidic diet. I know it's hard in this Western world we live in now because acid is everywhere. These bitters right here can help. Are they the cure for everything? No. Do they work with your system? Yes. Yes. Are they effective in what they say they do? Yes. These are not new. If you're not able to get this, my name is Kamonzi, or King Kamonzi. Kamonzi King on Facebook. Reach out to me. And if you can't reach out to me, find what city and area you're in where they sell similar products. They're herbal bitters, the Jamaican, African based, have been around for hundreds of years. There's different types of concoctions and different roots, they're made from. And they're effective taken every day, preferably a shot glass portion in the morning and a shot glass portion at nighttime. And drink some water with it, and don't make foolish dietary decisions. You can have all this and do the best workout and go flood your food with salt and sugar.
Right.
You don't wash your dishes with dirty ass water. You don't, take a shower and put on dirty clothes. That's ass backwards. So dietary should be ass backwards. We all fall from the grace. I had, like I said, some candy bars and some hydrogenated oils and polysaturated fats and all that chemicals and stuff. But I can't come too many days with that. You understand?
Right.
Balance is everything in the key of life. Peace, shalom, havarigani, hotep, humanity, heal yourself. One love, the service.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. I left his name in the chat. Check him out at King Kamonzi on Facebook or Kamonzi King. Has all the great shit for y'all. Get you real right. Love y'all. Check y'all out next time.
All right, y'all. We out of here. See y'all next week.